Beyond fear, in the heart of a quiet green forest lived a small rabbit named Niku. He was fast, gentle, and clever, but he carried one heavy thing inside him: fear. Niku feared almost everything. He feared the dark, caves near the river. He feared the sound of rustling leaves. He feared crossing the open meadow because hawks sometimes flew above it. Most of all, he feared making mistakes. While the other rabbits explored new places and searched for sweeter carrots beyond the hills, Niku stayed close to his burrow. Safe is better, he always whispered to himself. One evening, the forest animals gathered near the old banyan tree. A terrible summer had arrived, and food was becoming scarce. The wise tortoise announced that fresh crops still grew near the crystal meadow on the other side of the forest. But the journey is dangerous, warned a deer. A fox has been seen near the rocky path. The animals became silent. Niku's heart began racing. Just hearing the word fox made his legs weak. The next morning, many animals left together for the meadow. Niku stayed behind, convincing himself he had made the smart choice. But days passed, and food near his burrow disappeared. Hunger slowly became stronger than fear. Finally, one cloudy morning, Niku decided to leave. "I'll just go a little far," he told himself nervously. As he crossed the forest, every sound frightened him. A falling branch made him jump. The wind moving through bushes sounded like footsteps. His mind filled with terrible thoughts. What if the fox finds me? What if I get lost? What if I never come back? Still, he kept moving. Soon, Niku reached the rocky path. That was when he saw him. A large red fox stood in the middle of the trail. Niku froze. The fox looked sharp and dangerous, but strangely, he did not attack. Instead, he watched the trembling rabbit carefully. "You look terrified," the fox said calmly. "I know what you are," Niku stammered. The fox smiled slightly. "And I know what fear looks like." Niku wanted to run, but his legs refused to move. The fox stepped aside from the path. "Fear is useful," he said. "It warns you about danger. But when fear controls every step, you stop living long before life ends." Niku stared at him in confusion. The fox pointed toward the distant crystal meadow glowing under sunlight. "Do you know how many animals never reach that meadow?" he asked. Niku slowly shook his head. "Not because they are weak," said the fox. "Because they turn back before they even try." For a moment, the forest became completely silent. Then something changed inside Niku. The fox had not disappeared. The dangers of the forest had not disappeared. Fear itself had not disappeared. But Niku finally understood something important. Not every fear becomes reality. Slowly, he took a step forward. Then another. He walked past the fox, crossed the rocky trail, and finally reached the crystal meadow. It was brighter and more beautiful than he had ever imagined. Sweet vegetables covered the land, and cool wind danced through the grass. That evening, as the sun painted the sky orange, Niku smiled quietly to himself. Fear had walked beside him the entire journey. But this time, fear had not stopped him.